And I dwelt for a time in the house of Lilith and asked her, out of darkness, how did you build this place? How did you make clothes? How did you grow food? And Lilith smiled and said, unlike you, I am awake. I see the threads that spin all around you. I make that which I need out of power. Lilith's Magic, the Book of Nod. Praise Cain. It's 2021, and Los Angeles lays in ashes. The Camarilla and Anarch movement were both betrayed by an infiltrating follower of Set, causing both sects to lose tremendous resources and population in the ensuing war. The Church of Cain stands poised, for the first time since the city's founding, to take control of it. To this end, Priscus Layla Monroe has come to the city and engineered a shovel party to bolster the spot, destroy the warlord Karsh, and provide cover for the Black Hand leader Jalan Ajav to enter the city. Only a few newly made Cainites survived that night and have formed a de facto pack. Welcome to Starlight and Smoke, a Vampire the Masquerade 20th Anniversary Edition Sabbat Chronicle, premiering right here on Vorpal Tales. Along with this show, Vorpal Tales offers a bevy of other live plays to terrify and delight. If you're interested in horror, catch Contagion Chronicle or Ravenloft airing Fridays, or Acid and Ice, an alien adventure at 9 p.m. on Thursdays. If adventure is more your jam, we have Fallout every Wednesday and Dune every Monday, both at 9 p.m. Eastern. And don't forget to check out past shows over at our YouTube or podcasts you can find wherever fine pods are casted, all under the Vorpal Tales umbrella. As a note, this is a vampire game, and thus viewers should expect stories soaked in blood and violence, along with other adult themes. Viewer discretion strongly encouraged. On that note, to start our story tonight, Childer of the Damned, tell us whose skin you will be wearing.
Hi there, I'm Eric at Ron Recluse on Twitter, and tonight I will be playing Dimitri, the homeless vampire who's on the run from someone or something.
Hey everybody, I'm Ever. You can find me all over the internet as Changeling Ever. My pronouns are they, them, as are my characters, Billy, who is a child of cacophony.
Hello everybody, I'm Harry. I am playing Justinian, the watchmaker Salubri, who's real mad about one of those things. Yeah, my pronouns are he, him, and I'm very excited for tonight.
I was on mute, my bad. Hello, my name is Jared. You can find me at Real Life Jared. And today I will be playing Drew. And all he wants to do is learn more about dead people.
Notable gold. Hello, I am Steve, he, him. You can find me on the internet at Voodoo Arcade, and tonight I am playing Nora, who is she, her.
I am Eldritch Echoes Online, and I am playing Awesome in this tale.
Thank you. Ever, would you please grace us with a recap of last week's shenanigans?
I would be delighted. After resolving our gremlin problems, we perform rich internal landscaping for our characters. Dimitri has 2 siblings back in Bucharest. Billy has a pet betta fish named Fish. Hossam has a bad old scar on his leg from when he was being chased in Iran and ran into a landmine. Harry has a customer who comes twice a year and asks for something very specific or something very expensive. The man never gives his name. Nora blames a state congressman for her legal woes, one who has tried many times to pass legislation through her circuit. She would often rule against his agenda. Drew has a wife named Jackie who may or may not be in a position of power within an organization. This makes his desire to reach out to her seem like a bad idea. They have 3 young kids together, May, Maya, and Aaron. In addition to some extra dots for our attributes and abilities, we round out our different disciplines and spend leftover freebie points from our character creation. As PandaClan, Dimitri gains animalism, potency, and kineticism as disciplines. Justinian gets dots in Valerian, fortitude, and auspex. Nora gains obtenebration in addition to potency and dominate. Drew gets auspex, necromancy, and fortitude. Back at West Adams Cathedral, the Sabbat stronghold, Dimitri and Hossam try to calm Billy. Hossam, it's probably best to think of this as a bad dream, but a dream where you get to ride a train. A thin man named Raphael brings out a knife and a chalice. The Lady Layla tells us that we have no choice but to perform this next ritual. She cuts herself and bleeds into the chalice, then licks the wound away instantly. Some young girl protests and shadowy tendrils come up from the ground and crush them to death. The chalice goes around and we each bleed into it. Raphael bites into his wrist and bleeds into it as well. He recites some words praising Cain and passes the chalice back around, the conceit being that everyone who has bled into the chalice will now drink from it. Drew asks what drinking this blood will do to him. He's told that it will help to bond him to each of the gathered comrades in arms. Everyone drinks from the chalice and gains a dot of vinculum. Layla goes over the plan to attack the last car in the train, which is arriving into the city in 1 hour from Chicago. Aboard the last car is a single target we must destroy, a warlord for the Camarilla named Karsh. Nora goes through introductions and finds out what useful skills everyone possesses, and reminds the group to stay on Billy's right side where they can hear the best. Justinian is a watchmaker. Dimitri, I can drive stick shift. Billy, I'm smart. Nora, smart how? Billy pauses for a moment. Music, voice, thinking. When Billy asks Nora what she can contribute, Nora says she's different, a different kind of smart, to which Justinian adds, and a thief, with contempt in his voice. Layla tells the group that their immortal abilities are somewhat irrelevant compared to the powers the newly embraced will manifest. She points out Dimitri as he was embraced by the cup, which usually doesn't happen. Drew will grow closer to the dead than he ever did in life. Billy asks about magic, to which Layla replies that it is a real force, and one that Justinian in particular will discover, adding that he has an interesting heritage. Hossam introduces himself as someone who can remove problems professionally. He's also good at making it hurt, and makes eyes at Layla. The train arrives from Chicago and is coming into Union Station. Layla says the warlord is Gangrel, whatever that is, and to expect a good fight. Expect, she says, powered mortals. Nora goes through the other shovelheads and finds some whose skills can be useful and assigns them mentally to crowd control. We board black vans full of schluckta. One looks like a bodybuilder with 4 arms, while another has bone lacing and long, razor-like fingernails. None of them have mouths, just mounds of flesh where mouths should be. Ugly, Billy states bluntly. Dimitri cautions Billy, wanting to avoid retaliation from the strange mutants, but there's no response. Their eyes, however, display a lot of pain. Hossam assures Billy that they are not persons and are more like machines. Weapons of all types are passed around, with Justinian taking a blade, Hossam taking ammunition and a blade as well. We are joined by an Afghani woman with a veil who wields a sniper rifle. Hossam and the woman communicate in Farsi and talk shop about weapons, the authorities, and suppressors. Hossam also chats up Dimitri, finds that he is undocumented and offers him a knife. Dimitri politely declines and shows the hitman a 99mm. Or a 9mm. Wow, a 99mm, that'd be something.
Rolls up with a railway gun.
Giant cannon.
This'll get him.
A 9mm tucked into his jacket. We are driven to the train yard where we switch the tracks on the upcoming train. Dimitri, Justinian, Drew, and Hossam jump onto the train car while the others hang back. Hossam and Dimitri use their skills to pick through the locks on the door. Around this time, our sniper is sniped, resulting in a big hole in her head. The doors are opened. Drew throws a bottle with an angry spirit inside, and someone screams as they are set on fire. Hossam finishes them with a blade, and suddenly they're not worried about being on fire anymore. Dimitri puts on his knuckles and starts punching his way through the train car. 4 people are thrown from the train or are knocked senseless. Nora discovers that the shot came from the city, grabs the sniper rifle, and jumps onto the train. 2 white vans full of vampires drive up and open fire on the shovelheads. Justinian takes a bullet and doesn't flinch. Dimitri and Nora take a hit from stray fire but are still in the fight. A roar rumbles through the train and a crate explodes, exposing a very angry-looking man with tiger-like claws. Dimitri gets raked by the Tiger Man and takes a nasty wound. Billy uses their projected voice to create a distraction, drawing fire away. Hossam moves with blinding speed and throws a white-colored concoction at the Tiger Man's feet. The contents of the vial eat through the train floor. Out goes Tiger Man, who is turned into a cloud of ash. The doors are shuttered, shrouding us in shadow and shielding us from continuing fire. The rest of the group manages to make it onto the train. And Hossam uses his natural vampiric talents to help guide them through the darkened car. Nora brings a fresh corpse to Dimitri, noticing his wounds. After assessing that they're dead and not just unconscious, Dimitri feeds on the recently deceased and feels precise control of his body and movement of blood. He is healing, but the wound he withstood was mystical in nature and will take time to mend. Justinian makes the observation that Hossam seems to know what he's doing. Hossam hands him a paperback copy of Queen of the Damned. Hossam says, "Pretty accurate." Nora asserts that they will need to get off the train and avoid contact with the Gunzel vampires. Justinian opens the doors and sees one of the 2 vans are disabled and on fire while the other is quickly fleeing. Many of the initiates from the cathedral are dead. Justinian assists Hossam in firing at the fleeing van. The vampires within flee in different directions and away from us. Hossam remarks that though he doesn't believe the group is being tracked, those fleeing enemies will be a problem later. Billy sings the James Bond theme song. We return back to the cathedral. Billy theatrically exclaims, "Lucy, I'm home!" Layla congratulates us for destroying Karsh. Also, this distraction allowed one of their allies, how do I say that? Shenanigans?
Yeah, that works.
Okay. To enter the city. Our shovelheads are then encouraged to choose a war leader and a spiritual leader. Hossam accepts the title only if Nora can be his advisor. Billy quotes the Addams Family and snaps their fingers. Drew is acknowledged as being a speaker with the dead, but Nora takes the title of spiritual leader. This suits Drew just fine. He's not interested in science. He wants to have the dead do his bidding. As the sun rises, we are taken to a shipping yard with many semi-trailers. In the back is a trailer suspended a story and a half up. Climbing the stairs, our group is greeted with rich and wildly different interiors. Someone likely used this place to film music videos, as it comes complete with a stage. This will be our new home, our haven, for now.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Thank you, Eric, for taking notes, and thank you, Ever, for reading. As a note, right now, your haven is wildly insecure. You would probably want to spend background dots investing in your haven, building it up, increasing security. Because right now, if someone came after you, it would be bad. You've got little time, though. Little time. So, we begin where we left off, in this haven given to you by the Savant. You barely had time to wash the blood from your face before the sun, peeking over the horizon, caused you all to fall into a torpid day sleep. As the sun sets hours later, you all slowly begin to rouse. Everyone, please mark off 1 blood point, as the vitae within you begins reanimating your form and returning you to exactly as you were last night. Those of you with high humanity awaken first and have a few moments' advantage over your compatriots. So, who does have the highest humanity?
Might be me.
8.
I don't know.
I also have 8.
Okay, yeah, so I sincerely doubt anybody has 9. So those of you with 8, you wake up first, and you see the other 4 around you. They look very dead.
Hassam the assassin, I'm assuming that's his job at least.
I'm sorry?
I'm gonna search Sam's pockets and take a look at his, if he has any identifying documents or anything. This guy is a curious figure.
Ooh. Ooh.
Hey!
Swiper, no swiping.
I'll put it back. Just want to find
go
out who he
ahead
is.
and give me a perception. What would that be? Perception alertness.
Alright, I'm okay at that. 2 successes.
Okay, please don't mind the sound of typing. So, what you do find is there's no wallet, there's no identification of any kind. I assume maybe, a couple spent shell casings?
Okay, well, that's all I need to know then. Well, no, that's not all I need to know, but that's all I'm gonna get before he wakes up.
Also, please make a willpower roll at a difficulty of 7.
Okie doke. I just roll the amount of willpower I have? Alright.
Bad boys. What you gonna do?
6 successes.
Okay. Nothing happens.
Okay.
Alright. So, I imagine the least humane among you, or not the least, the next least humane among you, so that would probably be, Dimitri, Nora, Drew.
I have 5 humanity.
Okay.
I'm
probably the least.
I have 7.
Okay, so you wake up about 5-6 minutes after Justinian and Billy, probably just in time to see Justinian patting Sam's clothes back in place.
Good morning.
That was quite a nap.
Good morning.
Good morning. It is morning already. Oh.
Well, I'd hope it's not morning.
How do you all feel?
No, I've
still
been
pretty
better.
dead.
10,000 years and such a crick in the neck.
This is about the time that Dimitri and Sam come to.
Love that.
Bună dimineața.
So, now that you are all awake, what has been done to your bodies sinks in even further. The rising sun did not make you fall asleep. It forced your bodies back into what is now its natural state, death. Its retreat into dusk allows the animating force keeping you going to reassert yourself. You weren't sleeping for hours, you were laying dead for hours. You do not awaken feeling refreshed and energized, you simply open your eyes. But at least you finally have a moment to take stock of your new situation and your new companions. So, you're all just staring at each other in complete silence.
Yeah,
What a night last night, huh?
yeah, being turned into a vampire will do that to you.
Yeah.
What happened to the woman with the rifle? Did anyone see? After she got shot, obviously. I saw that part.
Dead.
She
AED.
got shot?
Dead.
Shit.
I didn't see what happened. I'm assuming though that she didn't. Did she make it out or no?
Last I saw, she was hit. Took her gun, gave it to Sam. We came back. Body was gone.
It
Like
was
how
those
hit?
assholes in
Like
the
was
van.
she? Like what are we talking? Was she hit by something high caliber? Something normal? Did she bleed? I mean, of course she didn't bleed, but you know what I mean. Was she? You know, did she just get blown to bits, or was she?
What was that shot like, Rachel?
Definitely high caliber, definitely a sniper rifle, and it just sort of, like, turned the top half of her head into jelly.
I
The
relayed
name's Bond. James Bond.
You know, I may be mostly bulletproof, but I don't see us. I feel like a hit like that would put any of us down for a while, if not permanently.
that. Mm-hmm.
Especially with a high caliber rifle. Those rounds put big giant holes in things. That's how those work. Obviously.
Correctamundo.
So either something took. We should ask what happens to our bodies when they can't come back from this, whatever this is. Because either
You saw what happens. We turned to ash. It's like the guy we threw under the train.
Well, I couldn't see what happened to a person under the train. That's under a train. And
No. Rachel said we saw the ash go flying everywhere.
Oh. Okay, that could have been dirt or dust. I'm still not convinced. I don't know what this is.
I saw the ones we
Inconceivable.
killed in the train turn to ash too. The ones our clawed friends destroyed.
Honestly, what
Confirm
makes this
that.
so fascinating.
Okay, so we clearly do know that part. Okay. All right, that's fine. Interesting.
So yeah, I guess we.
Okay.
So wait, do bullets
Very
hurt us then?
interesting.
Because I mean, I got shot a few times, but I mean, it went through my clothes. But I mean, look, and I'll like point to a hole in my sweater, and open it, and you'll just see my completely unharmed skin. They just went
Swiss cheese.
right off me.
I feel like there's some research to do and questions to ask about exactly how this all works.
Yeah, certainly.
I want to suck your blood.
Clearly,
That
we all
is
have different
offensive.
powers.
Is it? I kind of am a bit hungry.
Clearly, we all have different powers, Justin. You're bulletproof. This one can talk to ghosts.
You're a wizard, Harry.
This one's really good at being bitchy.
We used bulletproof 10 years ago, but I guess we get what we need a little too late.
I saw this one, points at Billy, make their voice come from a different side of the train. And I don't mean it threw their voice, I mean it came from the other side of the train. It's supernatural.
My voice goes far.
At this point, Drew, your phone rings. So.
Hello?
Alright, so do you just answer it without checking caller ID?
Oh, no, I definitely check caller ID.
Okay, because you see that you have 12 missed calls and a whole bunch of texts from your wife.
Ooh.
And it is her call. So do you still pick up? It's ringing. It's got that nice custom background of her and you at that one vacation.
Yep. I am going to ignore it for now. Because I know if I get her mixed up in this world, bad things can happen. So I'm going to let it ring. And yeah.
Okay, so as you review the texts, you see that they go from, where are you? You didn't come home. Are you okay? To Drew, they found your car. What happened?
Somebody's in trouble.
For me. Fuck. You just see me pacing around.
Fuck.
What am I gonna do?
Are you okay?
No.
No.
Okay. Well, there's one problem we have to take care of first. And we're not killing her.
He's dead, Jim.
Who said anything about killing? What's happening?
The thing is...
What's going on?
My wife... I was married anyways. I can't really be married now. I'm fucking dead, for God's sakes. But my wife is very, very worried about me. Now, that wouldn't be an issue if she wasn't a high-ranking FBI agent.
Your wife is a phobia? She's oh shit. That's not good.
No,
Answer the
it's
phone.
not. She's one of the head honchos. So she's got numerous amounts of resources she can get in.
So what you're telling me is right now you have someone that can find out where your phone is?
Pretty much, yes.
Give me the phone.
I'm very reluctant. I'm like, no.
I can get
How
you,
about I turn it off?
Jailbreak, yeah?
Don't.
I can jailbreak the...
But I just take it then. I think we need to destroy it.
We need to take
Those phones can be accessed without them turning it on, or without it being visibly on. You know that little light that comes on when you have your camera recording? That doesn't need to come on.
This is already a problem. Because they're going to be able to tell that the phone was in this place.
Got 99 problems in the bitch and one.
Don't understand.
I see your phone, Drew. I can show you how to fix that.
And he just kind of gives it to Hassan, like, just fucking destroy it.
I destroyed the SIM card and give it back.
Okay.
Why waste a perfectly good phone?
Thing still has a MAC address. I don't know if that can
It
be
doesn't have a
traced.
MAC address if it doesn't have internet. It doesn't have internet without a SIM card.
I guess it's... yeah, makes sense.
But on the other hand,
Doesn't solve the problem, Noir.
Although if we
no,
do plug a
he's
SIM
gonna
card
keep
into
looking
it,
for
then-
me.
Like,
Looking
One's
for
going to
us.
keep looking for you, and two, they've already got the ping off of that phone here.
Correct.
To get rid of that ping.
Correct.
Well, we
It might
can't
not
get
show this building,
He's
but it'll
dead.
show the block.
we need to get out of here and lay low for a while.
Well, this is our place. This is what they
I
gave us.
have a
We don't-
store we could stay at. That's safer than this to while away from here, I think.
What's in this place that's ours? Like, did they give us anything?
So you all have the weapons that you were given. I think one of you took Aizdan's giant fuck-off sniper rifle. So you also have that.
Okay.
Yeah, I have that. Eyeballs Justinian.
In here, there's a whole bunch of very dusty, half-full bottles of liquor. There's, like that, sound foam insulation. There's a whole bunch of AV equipment, like, amps and modulators. Like, there's a drum machine, a couple microphones, and just random props.
Okay, that's really interesting. Sound equipment, microphones, props, interesting. Okay. Is the liquor real?
You open it and sniff a bottle, and it kind of turns to your stomach, but you're pretty sure it's real.
Okay, so...
I take Nora aside before Nora gives any more orders. Pull out my secure Drew tablet, and I swipe through it, and I show Nora, only Nora would see this, the address next door, and say, I just bought this. We can slide over there if they raid the place looking for Drew. Don't tell the rest.
I'll talk specifically to Sam. That's great. The only problem that I have with all of this is we are still here. There is weapons. There is unknown amount of things. So if they come into this building and she's as hype as she says, and they dust this place, and all of our fingerprints come back and we're all dead.
Go ahead, both Sam and Nora. Give me an intelligence plus science, please.
Seems to know about tracking. What about larceny? That's my spy specialty.
No, this is science specifically.
I got 1 success.
2 successes.
Okay, both of you, what fingerprints? You're dead. Your body is no longer producing the oils.
Guys, how about we stage?
Hey, hang on. This is a Sam and Nora side conversation.
Sorry, my bad.
Okay. I kind of rub my fingers. Okay, maybe the fingerprints won't be an
It
issue.
occurs to us at the same time, and we're like, I guess that's not a problem.
Okay. So pull out anything illicit. I want all the guns out of here into the building next door, so if they come in... We need to hide this stuff. Anything we don't want them snatching up or looking further into.
Escrow is not immediate. We're going to have to hide them for a couple days. I'm sure there's under the stage. There's a stage here. There's an area behind the stage. Or under it. Let's explore.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Okay. So there's not really, because this is sort of like an elevated trailer, there's no direct under the stage, but you do realize, oh, there's like another storage container, like the kind that they put on the big cargo ships. That's what this is resting on.
Interesting.
And so, for the rest of you, as you check your phone, Billy, you have a text from your boss asking if you can come in and cover a shift in a couple days. And Nora, you have a voicemail from your lawyer. You have a court date next week, don't forget. Also, for Nora, a text message from an unknown number. Come to the cathedral for training at your earliest convenience.
Okay.
To where? I'm sorry.
That was the message to me saying go to the cathedral for training. It's most likely because I took the role as spiritual advisor. So I've got to go learn how to praise Cain. Which is now definitely Vorpal Tales' first album name. How to Praise Cain.
Yes.
I'm also going to break down the sniper rifle into a duffel bag that never leaves my side.
Okay. So, it will take a couple rounds to put that back together if you were ever attacked.
Not the kind of weapon I'd use to respond to an attack anyways.
You don't use high caliber sniper rifles for personal defense?
Not
With
unless
the
they try to
3-foot
break
barrel?
down the door with an APC, then that could come in handy.
Right.
You don't use it for personal defense unless you happen to be a government.
But yeah, I would grab Dimitri and be like, look, we gotta hide all this stuff north, right? Help me find a good spot.
Oh, no, I can do that for you. Sure.
In typical gives orders fashion. Okay, now that we're on those first couple of steps, we'll go ahead and get that done. I'll see you guys a little bit later, and I'll dip out to the cathedral.
Wait.
So,
Delegate.
you open the door to leave the cathedral, and you see that there's someone, like, with hand up ready to knock. And looks a little surprised, like, oh, hello.
Can I help
so
you?
this is like a early mid-20s club kid. Like, looks like they just came from the middle of the dance floor for some, like, goth punk techno club. So, like, big baggy pants with, like, straps all over the place, and, like, a shirt with, like, fishnet sleeves and, like, O-rings all over it, you know, spiked hair.
Sounds fun.
Alive or dead?
Breathing high as a kite.
Were we told that we were getting people, or
Nope.
we have no knowledge of anything?
Nope.
I look him in his eyes.
It's
Okay.
not delivery, it's DiGiorno.
My thinking exactly.
I don't know how, if these early powers cost any blood points, especially on a random high party kid. But I
If it
will.
doesn't say it costs blood in the rules description, it does not.
Okay. I don't think these two early ones cost any blood points. So I'm going to use some of my command and mesmerize. So I'm going to look him in his eyes. Who are you? Name yourself.
Yes, I am, Istvan Zantos. Is there a Drew here? I was told to find Drew here.
I kind of reach out, grab him, pull him inside, and close the door. Drew?
Oh god.
Yeah, what's up?
Get over here. He asked for Drew, right?
Yes.
Okay.
What's up?
Who the fuck is this?
You've never seen this kid before.
I have no fucking clue who this kid is.
But when he sees you, he will ask, "Are you Drew?"
Yeah. Well, what's it to you?
He will bow and say, "My name is Istvan Zantosa. Your sire, Lady Maria, has sent me to you."
Lady Maria?
It's dinner time.
I certainly hope not. I am far more valuable to you as a servant than as dinner. I can always go get you dinner if you like.
No, Am I hungry?
How many blood points do you have?
I'm completely full. I'd never used any blood points last thing,
You
so.
are -1 from waking up.
Correct, yes.
Yes. So you're fine.
Okay. No, I'm fine, but who's this Lady Maria?
Oh, yes, she is a great and wonderful lady, full of wisdom and mercy and intelligence. She selected you personally. She cannot leave her haven, for her enemies are numerous, and she took quite enough of a risk coming outdoors to make you, so she sends me.
That's the thing that makes no sense. Okay. So you're telling me she came out of hiding to change me, but I don't remember when I got changed. When I got changed,
I am led to understand most of your kind don't. It seems to be a very traumatic experience.
oh, you have no fucking clue. Okay. What does she want from me?
On you rests the future of Clan Cappadocian. That is what she says.
Well, way to put the pressure on me, man. Thanks so much.
We picked you because you're special.
He smiles and he okay. Honestly, I need more answers about this. I want to know what all this is about. I want to know what I can do. Can you tell me where to meet her?
No.
Okay, then why are you here?
Serve you. I serve the Lady Maria for 43 years now. No, I serve you.
Be our guest. Be our guest. Dun, dun,
But
dun,
yes, but
dun,
on the other hand, like, okay, did you just come all this way to just
Drew,
tell
buddy, you got a manservant. Put him to work.
I'm not used to this, all right? I've never had a
It's
man.
complex. Give him a job. I tossed the kid a broom.
Yeah, start sweeping.
Sweep up, get this place in order, and those piles of guns over there, get them hidden underneath this place. Go.
Yeah,
Thank you.
you heard him. Go.
You do realize I am happy to be your janitor, but I am more skills than that.
Okay.
Yeah, we could hire a janitor if worse comes to worse.
So, tell me what exactly you can do. How can you help us?
I know quite a lot of people. Some nice, some not so nice. You need a police report to disappear, it disappears. You need some money that nobody can trace, I can get you the money. And the weapons and the drugs. I can also get you people, and I can also make the people disappear when you're done.
Drugs.
That's actually very useful. Thank you for telling me that. How about this? Can you set up evidence that I died?
Yeah, it will not be hard. Do you want to play role?
I want a full funeral and everything. I want the whole act.
Do you want to play the role of the body for a few days, or do I do this without the body?
Oh.
You can play dead real easy.
I know, I was thinking about that too.
Hey, I mean, the big risk is someone puts you in the sunlight.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. Open the casket, just...
Or if your wife cremates you.
Yeah, or my wife cremates me.
That would be really fucked up.
That would
funny.
be so bad.
Do you have any written wishes that, like, she might follow? Like, always just find someone who looks like you.
I would say find someone that looks like me.
Okay.
I don't care, just get it done.
Speaking of those particular things, you've been around his sire for 40 years, you said?
Yes,
So you have a general knowledge of this whole situation?
I do.
Good. What kills us again?
Aha. I see. You are very young. So, things that kill you, the sun is the big one, but you usually pass out before that happens. Pass out indoors, somewhere where they won't be surprised to find a dead body. The fire is also bad, that the fire will kill you. If someone cuts off your head, that also kills you.
What about a large caliber bullet to the head?
Usually that just puts you, they call it torpor, it is a long sleep, takes a while to heal.
So it's not brain damage, but severing of the spinal cord?
Yes.
Interesting.
Did
I glance at Sam about that one.
Which?
Nora glances at Sam when we clarify that, because that goes against what happened with the sniper lady.
Not if the bullet hit her in the spinal cord. The brain meets the spine. Same difference.
Well, it was specifically the top of the head was the described part, so that's why I would be curious, unless I misunderstood that.
You can tell when the old one dies because the time catches up to the body.
That's the dusting thing.
Yes, only the very old ones do dust.
I see. Okay. Are you alive?
Yes.
So you're immortal.
Yes.
How old is this guy?
He looks like he's early 20s.
So, how old are
He
you?
served for 40 years.
Hey, how old am I? In mid-50s by this point? I know I don't look at it as the blood. I will need...
What are you?
I'm sorry?
What are you?
They call me Ghoul. But to stay Ghoul, I will need blood once a month, preferably from Drew, because I am supposed to be serving him.
Define ghoul, please.
It is what I am. I'm a human servant of the vampire.
Okay, if I'm asking you, if you are saying that you are ghoul, and I'm asking you to define ghoul, do not use you in the definition, sir, please. Define ghoul.
My apologies. A ghoul is a human servant. We are fed blood. We get some of your power, not all of it. But we can do the things that you cannot. The day walking, staying up during the day, and this makes us very useful. And as you can see, the trade-off is not quite eternal youth, but you know, I stay young as long as I keep you happy, so I keep you happy.
Excellent, thank you.
I look at the not kid and say, she hasn't seen Blade.
Nora would have never seen Blade.
Yeah, so as far as Drew, it is a long story. The people who make your clan, they were betrayed by people called Giovanni. So, you know, if you meet anyone called Giovanni, you should probably just kill them. Or capture them, torture them, tell them where their superiors are, then kill them, then go kill the superiors. Anyway, Giovanni, they are bad. They're mostly in the east part of the city. I think there are a few in Long Beach.
I mean, every Giovanni I've ever met has been an asshole, so sure.
Giovanni, like
see,
the
he knows what it's
mobsters?
like.
Like the mobster? Like the family?
Yes. Almost entirely mobsters.
They're
See? Yes.
wait, is the mob all vampires or like
It is controlled by vampires.
okay.
There are
That
many people like me who are like halfway there, and then I control a bunch of people who don't know anything about anything.
that explains a lot.
I think you will all be saying that a lot. So, oh, yes, you. And so looks at Dimitri. Oh. You already have enemies, I'm sorry.
I do?
Yeah,
What did they do?
So there is I guess someone tried to turn you, but died?
Oh, yes, ugly bastard. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he has a pack. They call themselves Hollywood Forever. Apparently he used to be a movie star, as did everybody else. I think the only one who's telling the truth about that is Theta Bara. Anyway, they're really mad that Ambrose died and they blame you for it, so, you know, watch your back.
Oh, fuck. Oh, thanks.
I just look at Dimitri. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I got bit by an asshole. I don't know. I was minding my business. Somebody bit me. With what?
So do you have any more questions or tasks or...
Many questions, but not enough time, I suspect.
How much do you know about just why we were picked for this?
Why, I only know, what Lady Maria do. You're muted, Jared.
Sorry, there's fireworks going off in the background. Then can you enlighten us or enlighten me why I got chosen for this?
Lady Maria, she uses great magic. You have connection to the dead of some kind. She tried explaining it to me. I don't know full details because I have never been able to do the ghost thing. But there were a lot of digging up corpses of murderers and reanimating them and asking questions, getting cryptic answers, and it all led her to you.
Now, granted, that does sound fun, raising serial killers. Huh.
Do you know
Okay.
about me?
What?
I'm asking our ghoul, do you know about me, like, why I was chosen?
Hey, do you know who your sire was?
Yeah, he was, he had a bandana, 2 swords. Ring a bell?
Oh, you're going to kill wizards.
Drew laughed.
No idea. It's like what happened to you. Big assholes kill people who make up your clan, and now a whole bunch of people are out for vengeance, including you. Have you gotten the thing yet?
Oh my gosh, what is that?
Yeah. So, the first time you used Valerian 2.
Oh, so I haven't gotten it yet then.
Yeah, it'll happen the first time you use Valerian 2.
Oh, okay. First time I use it, got it.
So I'm going to take him off to the side, and I'm going to start going with him on the details on what's going on. I may not do a full funeral, but I will be asking him, like, okay, we need to figure out how to get a death certificate, get the death report, stuff like that, and make sure they buy it.
Oh no, I will just find someone who look like you, kill them, maybe mutilate the body a little bit, and then put it somewhere people find it. Do you have a driver's license?
Yes, just I'm not going to use it no more. Jesus.
Okay. Like, also, I should probably just take the whole wallet. You can keep the cash. But I'm going to take all the credit cards and, like, the family photos and...
You said you had access to an account that we could get untraceable money. Do we really need his $52.17?
Hey, $50 is $50, man. And I take my wallet, I'm like, and I'm going to take out one singular picture, and it's the one of Jackie and the 3 kids. And I'm going to put it in my pocket.
Okay, you'll take the rest of the wallet, put it in his pocket, and, like, spend, like, a minute or two just, like, studying your face from, like, every angle, and, like, standing next to you and, like, comparing his height to your height, and, you know, just doing a whole bunch of amateur biometrics, essentially.
Spitballing it, right?
Mm-hmm. And so, after he's done with that, is there, anything else?
Yeah, actually, I definitely think, even though she's my wife, we can use this to our advantage. Definitely get maybe, I think if we get, so tell me what happens, like, we drink each other's blood. Does that have the same effect towards humans too?
You drank it out of, like, the magic cup, right? The been blessed and all of that?
Correct.
I don't... Well, sometimes if I do good, they let me drink from that, but normally I don't get to. Normally I just drink, you know, directly from the source, so they say. It make me stronger, it make me not age, and to be perfectly honest, it will make me love you. Like, not in the creepy, gross way, but, you know, like I'm your undying servant. Forever devoted kind of way. Which is why I only really prefer to drink from you, but, you know. Anyway, when you drink from the cup, the love, it happens just slower.
I'd like you to so I would like to actually, I want you to give me a list of all the local hospitals as well too, if you can.
Yes. And so, he actually goes to his phone and says, I can Bluetooth it to you?
Yeah, that's fine.
Not without a SIM card.
Oh, okay. Can I just have that phone?
Hey, yes.
What?
Yes. Yeah, he will hand it over to you.
Thank you. They're like, yeah, just make sure this gets done fast. We can't have anybody on our tails for this. You know how secret this is. Any other questions, everybody?
Yes.
Yes, what can I do?
You do my job?
I'm sorry, what?
Coffee person.
A barista. I'm good at this game.
Yes.
You already figured it out. Okay, yes, I can get you baristas to feed on.
No.
Eh,
No, my old work. I do.
Oh, you were a barista.
Yes.
That looks like a shit job, congratulations.
No,
kid.
you're rude.
I'm just being honest, like, they, like, make coffee and, like, get yelled at all day.
No. Not mine. Mine, deaf friends.
Oh,
And cars.
that sounds like a very, peaceful place to hang out, actually. Very quiet, I assume.
Deaf people are loud.
I take your word for it.
Tommy, can you run one more errand for me?
Yes.
I'll write down the address to my watch shop. There's a safe in the back. Take this key. I'll hand him the key.
Mhm.
That'll get you in the back. And the password is Armenia's Independence Day. Day, month, year. I'll write that down for him. Take everything out of that safe. All the watches, bring them here. We want to talk about untraceable money. That's untraceable money.
So he looks to Drew?
Yeah, do it.
Okay. I do it.
Hurry back.
Okay, so you don't want to eat a barista. What do you want the barista to do?
My work.
Oh. I don't think I would be a good barista, but I can find someone to replace you.
Yes.
Okay. Do you
Perfect.
want me to tell them they are replacing you, or like maybe you had an accident with a bus? You write a suicide note, I deliver suicide note.
No. No.
Just suggesting.
Oh. When you're at my shop, leave this note under the doormat. There is a return customer who I think deserves to maybe not know my status, but know that I'm all right.
Will he know to look under doormat?
He will.
Okay. Hey, you should probably all know that if you reveal yourself as vampire to anyone who's not already vampire or ghoul, they kill you.
Sounds about right.
Answer then.
Yeah, so like if you ever like anyone catch you with like pants down, fangs out, kill them, erase their memory.
will do the killing?
One of two people. The bad option is that Second Inquisition. They are all assholes, all the way down. Vampire hunters. Big guns, big stakes. Some of them have like holy water, which don't go near any holy water. And it's a bad idea. So anyway, because the Second Inquisition is so bad and nobody wants to get caught, if they don't kill you, Layla will, or she will probably not do it herself, but tell someone else to.
The lady at the cathedral will kill us too?
Oh yes.
Oh shit. Who are the first options of killing us?
There's a lot of people who want to kill you.
I am slowly finding this out, yes.
But yeah, it's called Silence of the Blood, which means if someone find out about the blood, you silence them.
Oh, what? Okay.
So dramatic.
Yes. Welcome to World of Vampires, I guess.
My friends,
Before I went into witness protection, we just called it no snitching.
my friends at work, tell them my dad, my mom, move me.
I tell them that. I'll be vague about where you're going so they don't ask too many questions.
Thank you.
Of course. Do I need anything else?
My fish!
I will also, one more, take him to the side, and I tell him,
What? Wait, what fish? What fish?
My fish.
We have a fish. It is named Fish.
Name fish.
You want me to bring you fish?
Yes.
Not a dead one.
Like fish in a fishbowl in your apartment.
Yes. My fish.
so I'm also going to tell him, like,
So he will look to Drew, and the expression on his face is like, "This is beneath me, but if you tell me to go do it, I will."
yes, get the fish. I also want you to
Eat fish, I guess. This is what my life has come to.
Oh, you're doing lots of other important things. Don't you worry. And he slaps him on the back.
Thank you.
But-
thank you, thank you.
I have... Shit, I just lost my train of thought.
So you were saying how you were gonna take this guy aside?
Yeah, I just... Oh, yeah. And I'm going to tell him, I want you to, in case things go right here, I want a backup plan. I want you to find somewhere hidden, somewhere that I can go to if this place ever gets compromised.
Oh, yes, I know many of these places. I don't know which ones are currently available, but yes, I will find something for you.
Thank you. And then that's your last thing. Go do what you need to do.
He will bow and he will leave.
Thank you.
When he leaves, Drew's just like, "So we have an indentured servant now? What is going on here?"
Guess so.
Does it count as indentured if you're being paid handsomely, both in money, drugs, and blood?
Point.
That
It's
keeps
pretty
you immortal?
gross, man. I'm sorry.
He literally has been a servant for 43 years, and he still looks like he's 20 years old. So that's
I mean,
extremely
for him, that
fascinating, to be honest with you.
knows what he
but-
likes, but still.
Sam, you seem to know a lot about what's going on here.
Who, me?
And look at you, like, what are you talking about? Because Sam actually hasn't said a single thing tonight about being a vampire in this
He's
session.
talking about before.
He does make a good point, though. When we first woke up, you knew what we were, basically.
Yeah, because the lady told us.
No, even before that.
No, I was just the first one to feed.
Maybe. I don't know. That's behind us now.
I don't
All
think
I
that
know-
word means what you think it means.
All I know is you should be paying less attention to me and more attention to Billy. Every single one of you, not letting the poor kid finish their train of thought. Just because they're different than us. Except you, Nor.
Oh, I'm just watching you all, seeing how you interact with each other. It's very interesting.
Isn't it, though?
You're also very quick to jump on his helper there. You should
Maybe
ask.
you should try that, too.
You should ask yourself what it is that you're going to owe to him.
Sometimes you don't do things. Sometimes you don't do things because there's a price. But I guess you wouldn't understand that, would you? I've read your story.
Yeah, I'm sure you know all about me.
I'm sure you know all about me, assuming I demand a price for everything.
You know, when I saw your face
waking
up, I thought we were fucked. Because I saw your face, I'm pointing at Nora now, and I was convinced that I had fallen in with the mob again.
Then I saw her face. Now I'm a believer.
This is kind
You're
of
all-
Now we're...
You're all incredibly misinformed. We'll just say that. And Sam, I wasn't referring to what anyone would owe you. I look at Drew. What anyone would owe him? Using his servant. He looking at
Oh, then I apologize. You are correct, and that is why I didn't ask for any help from your servant.
Isvon. Anyone taking advantage of Isvon, just imagine what it is you'll owe Drew or Drew's sire. Don't be so quick to take help, everyone. And
Right now, I don't think I'm in a position to be denying help.
Then be more careful with where you accept it.
This is kind of like being in the mob, yeah. Like, we have enemies automatically, and we can't get caught with our pants down, we die.
Can't trust our own bosses.
Say hello to my little friend.
It's just like back home.
Just like the mob or a state house.
Is there a
Realizing
difference?
how little power differs, whether official or unofficial.
True.
Well, now that we have the whole wife thing situated.
Oh yeah, that's perfectly taken care of.
It's at least got a band-aid on it. Like, I don't think it's going to be taken care of. The FBI isn't stupid. They're not stupid.
That's the first laugh Nora has, like, oh.
Fuck, the FBI. Oh, fuck, the FBI. They're gonna be wondering what happened to me, too.
Before I forget,
Yeah.
Drew, in your background section on your sheet, you have a 1-dot retainer. If you want him to become more competent and more capable and do you bigger and better favors, you can put more dots into this guy. But for now, he's a 1-dot retainer.
Me?
It's you.
Okay, cool.
Unless you want to give him to someone else.
Oh no, I like my retainer.
Justinian, and this is actually out of character really quick. Harry, you openly said the thing about witness protection, right?
Yes.
Okay. So Justinian, am I to understand correctly you were in witness protection?
Yes.
So we'd not only have the FBI but the U.S. Marshals to worry about.
That, too. Been so long I'd forgotten.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
You bad guy?
I was, and then I told the good guys, if you want to call them that, about the bad guys, and the bad guys didn't like it.
But you're a snitch.
I guess you can call it that.
You are badass.
Well, maybe we won't have to worry about witness protection if we go Drew's route and maybe fake his death and your death and, well, you know, you get the point, yeah?
That's the thing, like...
It'll be a group activity. We can do it over the weekend.
Oh, just then. Okay. But that's the thing, I think it's a band-aid on a giant wound That's not gonna last
Yeah.
long.
But when they know you're dead, they're not gonna keep looking for you, duh? Unless you get caught.
Yeah, I guess it might work for him, but I know my wife. She's not that. She's a very intelligent woman. She'll probably keep looking for me even after. She's gonna know
That's
things
fine.
aren't right.
If she
Here's the
does
mo-
that, then, you know.
Here's the most direct question I can ask you, and then I have to go. Is your wife the type of person to use agency resources on a case she's not assigned to?
No.
Then we have
But-
nothing to worry about. She won't be assigned your case.
Well,
Unless you say yes and she gets a case put on specifically that she's going to oversee, or at least backseat investigate, then we have a problem.
I mean,
Yeah.
she probably won't use official FBI resources.
yeah,
She
that's what I was.
still has a lot of training as an investigator.
That's kind of what I'm trying to ask Drew, is she the type of person who will use... yeah.
In an official source, no. She won't use FBI resources to find me, but on her own, like she said, like
Okay.
she has a degree in criminal justice and all that good crap, and she's a very good private investigator.
When
Oh,
we
obviously.
begin with the investigation, we always start with the married couple.
Agree?
Then we have to kill Justinian and Nora still.
Wait, what?
Dimitri said the best option is all of us who aren't already dead need to die. I was dead before I was bitten.
The shit?
What does that mean?
But yes, you're right.
So you became undead? I don't follow.
Secret agent man.
Billy gets it. You see, Justinian,
Secret.
vampires might have been a secret to you. That doesn't mean they weren't to people like me.
You
Then I start listing off world events that were like catastrophes and like wars between governments, and I'm like, yeah, I did this one, I did that one, I did that
Shit,
one.
that was
And
you.
eventually it caught up to me, so I had to make myself die.
You
I've been in hiding for years.
ghoul.
I spied on the US government, I spied on the Iranian government, I infiltrated the Israeli government.
God damn, you have quite the repertoire.
There are strange things in this world. That's why I seem unsurprised that vampires are real.
It wouldn't surprise me, considering what the humankind in general is able to do, and what's already existed.
I also stole an entire Black Ops slush fund from the CIA.
What
I
the
still
fuck?
have
Wait a minute,
access
wait a
to
minute.
it.
So
How
you
did you
died?
pull that off?
What was that, Dimitri?
Wait, so you died and did all this stuff, and so what? You belong to two different mafias too? Like you
Three.
work for the dead people and you work for the undead people too?
I was a spy for 3 governments.
That sounds very confusing.
Man, you look make
You're not wrong.
easy.
Killing myself, or at least making it look like I was dead, was the easy part.
You ever accidentally address your handler in the wrong language?
Yes, but they all thought I was spying on the other for them. It's called a triple agent.
Yeah.
So,
In reality, you had no loyalties?
Only to myself.
Sounds about right.
Much like you, I'm sure.
I wouldn't go
You have
that
to tell
far,
us.
but
You can't leave us hanging. You have to
Say
tell
that
us about how you died and how you came back to life, only to die again and now become undead.
I made myself die the way that guy is making Drew die. I didn't
like
literally
a
die.
ghoul. And he looks over at Billy. Yeah, you were right. He's a ghoul.
I'm smart.
No,
You are
Dimitri.
smart.
I made myself appear to die. Then I disappeared. Like Jason Bourne. Don't you watch movies?
Oh
Wait.
yes.
You only live twice?
I've seen that one.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Okay.
quite spectacular how I died. So I'm told.
How did you die?
Running away from American assets illegally placed inside Iran.
On a landmine?
Navy SEAL team. The landmine was actually me actually escaping, not the double of me that got super murdered.
Oh. So that was an accident.
Yes. Like you
You
said,
died there.
confusing
that
to
would have
keep
been
up with.
ironic.
So, I think the next thing is we need to figure out Justin, right?
Yeah,
that
you
your name?
can call me Justin.
Okay. We need to figure out Justin. We need to effectively kill him and get the U.S. Marshals off our back.
Die.
I don't think that'll be as easy as faking your death. They'll look into it with him because he's in witness protection. They will assume the Mafia found him and hit him. And they'll be more concerned if the Mafia took him and put the double there.
So we need a legit plan for this.
You might have to double as your own body.
That sounds like it'll be necessary. What, we
Closed
make it look
casket
like
funeral?
a heart attack, stroke. I could
Says
just
there
let
has
face
to be a
down.
funeral. He's in
I
witness
guess-
protection. If we pretend like he's dead, they're not going to put the coffin out in a graveyard in the sunlight and open it. They're going to leave him in a morgue somewhere. Then we just got to get him out of the coffin before they turn him to ashes.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to get cremated. But I'd like that plan.
So that's what I think we should do. What's the next plan?
I feel like we should let Nora plot her own death. Because
Wait, if I die and it gets investigated because I'm in witness protection, won't they do an autopsy? And then they'll find out they're shockingly unable to cut me open?
That I believe I can take care of. Because what'll most likely
Your
happen
valet?
is it goes directly to the
Medical examiners?
yes, thank you, medical examiner station, and I have a contact there that I can probably take up on.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have to worry about my death. I'll take care of my life.
Well, you are a judge.
Was.
You've been
Were-
disbarred as well as fired, or just fired?
I feel like you were a judge, so they're gonna ask more questions about you.
Possible. But I've also been in I'm on a lot of people's lists of don't talk about right now.
Good point.
Besides, one of us needs to be alive.
Why one of us?
Because we're still going to have to interact with the outside living world.
that's what fake IDs are for.
Yeah.
And Billy doesn't necessarily need to fake her death.
I was thinking Billy would be perfect too.
For what?
Dad, Mom,
For being that outside
give me money.
outside person that's alive that Nora's talking about. Or if you want to do fake IDs, I guess we can do that too.
No, what's the word? Offense to Billy, who's a very sweet child. But what exactly would they gain us in the outside world?
Hey, they're not child. They're like
Less suspicion.
30.
28.
See?
Of all of us, from what I've heard, I could be mistaken, I don't have every piece of information available, but from what I've heard, Billy actually brings the least amount of connection to the outside world and resources. Their parents have money, not them. They are a barista. So unless we want a lot of frappuccinos, Billy doesn't offer a lot in that regard. I'm sure you offer a lot in many other areas, Billy.
I like chocolate frap. I don't know about you.
I can offer almost unlimited money, but I would prefer we drain our bosses for it. They owe us. They killed us.
Money seems to be a resource we don't need to struggle for, so agreed. Mine, while disbarred, I am still connected within the legal system and the government.
So you need to still keep up appearances?
Your allies are far less dangerous than Drew's. Your allies are not in, investigation branches.
You a bad woman?
No.
And as you think about this, Nora, you remember the text message that you received.
Right, which I'm trying to make my exit towards. I have to go, unfortunately. I have the feeling that they don't want to be kept waiting.
So,
Me too.
Actually, Billy, I have somewhere fun I'm going to take you. Something you'll like.
Okay.
so
Bye.
Nora, when you step out of the haven, you have this feeling, like when you leave your house and then you're like, oh shit, I forgot my wallet. Kind of that like niggling thing in the back of your head. And as you get farther away, you realize that this is your connection to all the people that you completed the Vauldery with.
Oh. Interesting.
Yeah, it's not enough to prevent you from leaving,
It just...
but when it gets stronger,
Yeah.
maybe.
Interesting. Okay. I can't believe it. They just about them? Really? Them?
So how are you gonna get there?
How far away is it?
Oh, it's a couple miles.
I mean... It's night? Is it a nice night out?
It's LA, it's always a nice night out.
Oh, I see.
It's not El Nino, it's a nice night out.
Had to sneak that one in there. Okay. West Coast bias. So I'll take a nice evening stroll. Get used to this whole thing. I kind of I haven't been alone really since this all happened. So I'll take the 30 minutes or so it takes to walk a few miles.
Okay. Sam and Billy, sounds like you had a plan.
So I'm going to make a text, and I'm going to arrange for my friends to meet us at my place. I'm going to drop by my place with Billy, which is a nice pad, very colorful Billy, because I have a lot of traditional Middle Eastern style decorations, rugs and afghans and tapestries. My friends were recommended are not recommended, but I have heard, and I'm using this as the seed to translate herd into actual herd. And I know Billy is not the one who wants to lose their humanity, so a willing person to feed on will probably please them. Someone that'll do what I ask, even if it's weird now that we have sharp teeth.
Okay.
So what I want to do with, I guess, my free time is I want to do those lists of all the major local hospitals. I would like to find out who's all on the medical board, and then kind of go from there.
Okay.
Basically do research on all of them.
Yeah, and the plan that you messaged me
Yeah.
is going to take a long time to control everything, but you can control small parts pretty easily.
Yeah, I'll start out slow and then ramp it up.
Okay. What are Justinian and Dimitri up to?
What'd you say?
Really?
just helping Hossam hide stuff as was directed previously. Like, okay, so I put these guns underneath the stage. I mean, why not? And I'll sweep up over here, check the door locks, make sure nobody can get in.
Okay.
Okay.
You find a couple very dusty baggies of pills and joints.
Oh, this would be good currency for outside. Okay.
Yeah, it looks like someone forgot about it ages ago.
Okay. Sounds good. Hold on to those.
Okay. This seems like a really good point to take our 10-minute break. So yeah,
All right.
10 minutes and then we will be back and Nora gets to find out stuff. Other people get to find out stuff. Should be fun.
All right. Stay tuned. 10 minutes. We'll find out stuff.
And we're back. Thank you for the follow, Psycho Fishy. In your honor, when Billy receives their fish back, it will definitely be quite agitated within its bowl. But before we get to that part of the story, so Sam, you have taken Billy out hunting. And so, Billy, do you want to feed from these people who are essentially offering themselves to you?
One of which is an attractive Iranian girl. Hangs on to me like clearly a girlfriend. The other one's a middle-aged guy with silver streaks in his hair that smells like old books.
Billy will definitely feed on
The
whichever...
guy is Syrian, if that matters.
No, it doesn't matter. Billy will feed on whichever one looks healthier.
Oh, well, if
And-
you're
Girl.
Syrian, then I must.
God damn it, Harry.
Like, what?
I was mostly saying that, so I was specifying there's no white people here to feed on. And then,
Oh my
you know, Billy decides Billy wants the old white guy that was not an old white guy.
Wait, but like,
Syrian gentleman.
wait, just for the record, like, there's a whole bunch of types of Syrians. I'm technically, like, Syrian. I'm Armenian, but they were from Syria. Like, I'm white as fuck.
Yeah, I didn't want to get that specific. But we're talking about...
That specific. This is Sam's herd, who, because it's his herd, his dots, he can define it as...
Yeah, that makes sense.
They're people I smuggled out of the Middle East when I was,
fun.
fighting against corrupt governments. So, like,
that
somebody born and
comment.
raised in Syria and somebody born and raised in Iran.
Harry just killed me with, oh, if he's Syrian, I must. What?
Can we not?
I mean, I'd rather bite Harry than Steve. So, I mean...
What? I mean, wait, what? Damn, that was my outside voice.
Oh, God.
Alright, so...
Billy will look at whichever one looks healthier and...
The girlfriend,
more-
because the gentleman's like 50.
Okay, so...
She's like
in-
28. She's your age.
Oh, okay.
Billy's
So-
age.
Yeah, Billy will do that, and since they're offering, Billy interprets that a lot differently than the captive unwilling. Like, Billy feels that this is something that they want, so if it helps me and it helps them, then this is fine.
Okay, so what is your maximum blood pool, and how low are you? So your maximum blood pool would be determined by your generation, which I am traveling at the moment, so I don't have access
11.
to any of my books. Okay.
And
Off
I
the top of
have...
my head, I cannot remember what the blood pool is for someone who's 11th generation, but what are you at right now?
I'm at 9, so I'm pretty well off.
10th is 13 points, so I'm guessing 11 is 11 or 12 points, right? It's close.
Yeah, we'll go with that for now. Just ad hoc it. Okay. So, in that case, because you are pretty well up, I'm not going to call for a self-control check, because by the time you get to full, she will not be in much danger, because you're only taking 2 from her.
Okay.
But you do still feel that impulse of like, oh, I could just keep drinking and that would feel really good. But some other part of you is like, no, but it would be a waste.
That would make a lot of sense to Billy. Thinking of like, don't want to waste anything, because what if you need it later?
Yeah. And so same thing with any time you have bitten anyone else. It hurts at first, but then if it seems to feel like the greatest thing ever. You pull away and you can see trickles of blood coming from her neck, and she's looking expectantly at you, like she's waiting for you to do something else.
Billy will recall that one vampire licking their own wound and do that to clean up the area.
Yeah, and as soon as you do it, there's just a little smear of red on smooth, unbroken skin.
And then we break out the
you.
mandarin oranges and watch a movie with Billy, whatever Billy wants to watch.
I mean,
with captions.
aw. Sam could be true to form and watch Interview with the Vampire with Billy.
Sam would let Billy pick, but if Billy doesn't pick, it would be something vampiric, yes.
Or Queen of the Damned, because...
Yeah, it would be Queen of the Damned for the music.
Billy will concede to whatever movie that Sam would like to watch.
Alright, so, vampire movie night over at Sam's pad. So, Nora, you return to the West Adams Cathedral, and you can... It's the first time that you've really seen it from outside. It's 3 main stories, and then what looks like an attic. And then you can see, like, the foundations leading into the basement. There are a couple cars parked out front. Just very nondescript. There's a van, there's a sedan, and walking up, you know, it looks like no one's here.
Okay. I will still walk in, or walk up at least, and...
Okay, yeah, you get closer and you realize, like, oh, the windows, there's blackout curtains in front of all the windows.
Yeah.
And there's just this smell of, like, death and rot permeating the whole place.
I mean, honestly, it's creepy. I don't like it. Obviously, it's still going to unsettle Nora at this point. She hides it as best as she can, but she's, you know, new to all of this. But with everything she's learned, that seems about right. Sun bad, blackout curtains, death decay, gotta eat people. I must be in the right place. And I will knock on the door.
Okay. It just opens. And so, looking behind the door, there is this very complicated network of, like, you would call them, like, almost like pulleys and counterweights, but they are made out of muscle and bone and sinew.
And it controls the door to get that creepy door opening effect? Okay, the amount of work that's going into being creepy is a little too much. I will step in and see if the tendons can close the door too.
Which they do.
Wow. Again,
It
she...
pulses a little bit.
Did what? I'm sorry?
It pulses a little bit when it closes.
Just shaking my head and just kind of like fluttering my eyes, just like judging, just trying too hard.
Yeah, and, you know, topping it off is, you step in, it's this ruined foyer. You know, so there's hardwood, but there's big gaps in the wood to the dirt beneath. And there's just piles of just random garbage. Nibbling on one of the piles of random garbage is a rat. Real big.
Real big.
Yeah, like... Oh god, it's at least a foot long, and that's not counting the tail.
Oh, whoa.
So it looks up from its meal at you with like these just bright red beady eyes. Scampers off upstairs.
I look around at everything else on this floor. Anything strike my eye as overly interesting?
On this floor, not so much. There's a lot of dark brown stains, which you can guess what that is. And then there's also a lot of broken glass, and pottery. And from this, you sort of figure like, oh, like people got into fights here and didn't necessarily clean everything up.
Right. Huh. I will follow the rat upstairs.
Okay. So you follow the rat upstairs. It ducks into a room, and a couple moments later, the woman that you recognize, and who is Layla, and the very thin man who did the Voldery, come out of the room, and she looks a little surprised, like, oh, being proactive, I like that. Normally they just wait until the rat tells me.
People will just stand and wait down there?
Surprisingly, yes.
No initiative.
No.
Disappointing.
But that is why I picked you after all, isn't it? I'm glad that you came by so soon.
No time to waste. I have the assumption you have a lot to teach me.
I do, but tonight is Raphael's night. Where's the rest of your pack?
Taking care of some first day house cleaning.
Treasure these nights. It won't be long before the codependency sets in.
I'm not excited about that at all.
It's one of the few comforts we have.
Well, as long as the codependency flows up to me, that's fine.
Well, I will leave you in Raphael's capable claws.
Will you be here afterwards? I have some questions.
Like I said, the codependency.
Oh, I'm sorry?
I'll be around, like I said, the codependency.
Oh, good. Because there's a few issues I would like your insight on.
Gladly.
Thank you. Raphael?
He says, yes, come this way. And so he will lead you into a separate room.
Okay.
Say, so, tell me what you've been able to figure out already.
That we have a very interesting collection of people. Sam appears to be one of the more capable in regards to violent...
No, you will tell Layla that. I don't
Ah.
want that. Tell me what you know, what you've learned already about Cain.
About Cain? Just that you praise him a lot.
Okay. Cain is the father of vampires. He murdered his brother Abel, and for this crime was cursed by God. He encountered Lilith, who taught him all of the powers which we enjoy as Cain's childer. Cain then embraced 3 childer of his own, and then these 3, in turn, embraced 13 others. These 13 founded the clans. We call them antediluvians. And Cain is the father of vampires, who taught us all how to be vampires. His antediluvian childer turned against him. They became petty and grasping and foolish. They used the chains of blood to enslave childer of their own, who they enlisted in their terrible machinations.
So the 13 that were made from the 3,
Yes.
they're the ones that bickered and turned against Cain?
Against Cain, against each other, sometimes against their own selves.
Interesting. And these are the head of clans, you say?
Yes. Think of them like gods.
I see. petty bickering gods. Got it.
Yes. They are evil and must be destroyed, and that is why the Sabbat exists. Tonight, most of them sleep. One night they will awaken. We call this Gehenna. They will rise up, they will consume all of their childer. That means me, that means you, that means everybody that you share a pack with.
Am I assumed that childer means anyone directly descendant from
Yes.
the next person?
Yes.
So all are childers of Cain, and then
Yes.
so on and so forth down the line.
Yes.
And because these 13 technically child everything except for the 4 before them, that is would destroy everything.
Yes.
Fun?
So this is why the Sabbat exists. We train for the night that these antediluvians awaken, so that we may destroy them. The good news is that some have already been destroyed.
That is good news.
The La Sombra enjoy a certain degree of freedom. Our antediluvian is dead. The Salubri antediluvian is probably dead. The Ravnos antediluvian is definitely dead.
So 3 down? 2.5, we could say.
9 to go. Oh, there's something weird going on with the Giovanni, I don't know.
Okay.
So, there is a lot more to this doctrine. But
Yes.
this is what you must know. Cain is our father. We follow the example set forth by Cain. We are here to destroy antediluvians. As long as you believe that, you will probably not be a heretic.
If their only goal is to come back and destroy all, then the only worthy thing to do would be to destroy them.
Exactly. You're a quick study, I like it. So, first, I will teach you how to do the Volturi. As you study the words of Cain, you will know more and more about this, but the important thing is that you collect blood from everybody, you bless it in the name of Cain, and you must infuse it with your own belief in Cain as the father of vampires and the rightness of serving his cause. Because the uninitiated, the apostates, they inflict the blood bond. It is a tool used to control. It is suitable if you use it on mortals, ghouls. It is heresy to blood bond another Cainite.
So our blood creates the blood bond.
Yes.
So only through the blessing that this ritual shows can we drink each other's blood.
Yes, it builds loyalty and trust, and without that, the Sabbat would be nothing.
But it does so outside of the heresy of the typical blood bond.
Yes, because it is spread out. It is a group ritual done in the name of Cain.
Understood. Collectivism, sharing a bond without overwhelming and
Yes.
too much control. Okay.
And then, I must tell you, you may only perform this ritual among your own pack for now.
For now.
You are all currently what we call false Sabbat. You have been embraced, you have drunk from the cup, but you must prove yourself worthy of the gift.
And attacking a train
Prove you
with...
worthy of survival.
I see. How many trials does it take to show that you're not a false Sabbat?
One more.
Only one. Oh, excellent.
I think Layla is working on something for you. If you do it, then you get your creation right. You get to take the brand, you can Volturi with whomever you like.
Okay.
And so he will go through the whole spiritual process.
Okay.
Teaching you the anonymity. And then he will also teach you the Sermon of Cain, and he will tell you the same things that, until your understanding grows, you will probably not be able to give very complicated or involved sermons of Cain, but as long as you repeat these truths.
Okay.
So V20 has kind of anemic rules for this, so I wrote my own.
Oh.
That are not appearing in this document. Oh, no, because I put them in a different document.
All right, and just make sure I have my terminology right, because I am new to some of this.
Yes.
Vinculum is the power you get when you do the ritual, and that's our connection, right?
Yes, which I have been meaning to go in and adjust your vinculum to each other. I haven't had the chance, but everyone who completed the Vauldery is at one vinculum to each other.
The Vauldery is the ritual, the vinculum is the connection. Okay, Vauldery.
Yes.
Okay, so the Vauldery is a blood bond, but it's one that is through a specific ritual that makes it more spread out and not kind of one dominating the other like it would be if you did it with a ghoul or a mortal.
Yeah, so the more you Vauldery with the same people, the more your
connection
vinculum will go up.
Got it.
Yeah, so the idea is that you do pretty regular Vaulderies with your pack, and so your vinculum to them is greater than anyone else.
Okay.
But it's very common, so like if you have a pack that you work with and that you trust, that every so often you will Vauldery together.
Okay.
Yeah. Alright. So he will teach you Vauldery and Sermon of Cain, and that goes with the first dot of rituals that you got, last week.
Oh, yes, I got a dot in rituals.
Yes.
Where did I put that down? Nowhere.
That is a background.
That is a background. Rituals 1. Haha, got it.
Yep. Okay, and so if you want to learn more rituals, you will have to buy this up by convincing Raphael that you are worth teaching. So, here are the mechanics. It's about rituals. To complete them, you will have to roll Charisma plus Occult. If you fail, it's bad because they assume you are a heretic or an unbeliever of some sort.
Okay, need some occult.
Yeah. Alright, so, I have already repeated the Vauldery rules, and so Sermon of Cain. If unbelievers or heretics are within the audience and disagree with the central tenet around which the sermon revolves, the difficulty of the ritual will increase. If the ritual succeeds, characters can add 2 dice to their pools on any action meant to directly further Sabbat aims until dawn.
Cool. So we should start each night with a sermon to Cain, essentially.
Sorry?
So we should start each night with a sermon to Cain.
Sure. If you want to risk it failing.
Sure.
If the ritual fails, every participant is aware that it fails.
Okay.
And Nora have an assistant.
Nope. This all comes from the priest's inner faith.
And you and I are going to have to spend a lot of time training on occult together.
We are. I was unaware cult would be this important. Okay, cool.
Okay. And so, yeah, so Raphael teaches you all of those things. And then, at the end, says, I have a gift for you. And, normally, I don't give this to anyone, much less false spot. But Layla picked you herself. And so, this is the most precious thing I own. Guard it with your unlife. And so what he hands you is, it looks like a wooden cigar box that someone has gone over with some iron bands and an iron lock and just reinforced. And you do receive the key. And opening it, it's full of typewritten pages, handwritten pages, and just looking at it like a lot of different people wrote on this. So there's even multiple languages that you can see, and like some of them are like annotated. There's like some illustrations, and you can see like, oh wow, this is like, is that parchment? That looks really old. Holy shit. it's
Interesting.
probably a good idea that you don't secrete finger oils anymore, because
Right.
yeah.
Eat right through the paper.
Is my fragment of the Book of Nod. It is our holy text. Study it.
Again, at this point, slightly, knowing what's going on with her, she's slightly buying into this, but she knows that she has to play along to a certain degree, is what
Okay.
she's really doing. She'd just be like, thank you so much. This is chosen by Leyland. You trust me to this degree despite my position. Thank you. I'll just acknowledge all the different aspects that he brought up.
Okay. Cool. So, if you spend time studying this is another way to increase your rituals, your understanding of Sabbat lore, and you can purchase a relevant specialization, like anything having to do with Sabbat.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I will definitely be spending time reading through all of this. And have the academics to pour through it, hopefully.
Yeah.
I assume it would be like an academic's role to, like, study old documents, right?
Definitely.
Okay. Yes, that will be my goal over the next few days.
Okay. Alright, and then Raphael will take his leave and let you talk to Layla.
Okay.
And so you see her in another ruined bedroom, and so there's like an old mattress that that's been here for 50 years. You're pretty sure. There are two new things in the room that you can tell are just new just by looking at them.
Okay.
One is a wardrobe that you can see sort of half open, just chock full of vintage designer clothing.
Interesting. Okay.
And then the other one is a big corkboard with like one of those big road maps of Los Angeles.
Okay.
And quite clearly annotated, just a whole bunch. And Layla's there just sort of standing in front of the corkboard, completely still, not moving, just studying it.
Before I interrupt, can I try to decipher what it is that it's at least... Obviously, I'm not going to, like, learn the whole thing in a second, but can I get some insight into what this is about?
Yeah, so you see the area that you are in has been done over with, like, colored pencil in another color.
Okay.
And then you can see, like, other parts of the city have been shaded in different colors. One big thing that you note is that there are two sections of the map that have been highlighted. And as someone who's lived in Los Angeles, like, oh, these are the two freeways that you need to get from Los Angeles proper into the San Fernando Valley.
So she's looking at roadways out of LA into San Fernando.
Yes.
Interesting. Okay.
Oh, and there is also a vanity here, just covered with all sorts of, like, cosmetics and fragrances. And go ahead and give me a perception, either alertness or awareness roll.
Not my best. Wow. Two successes.
Okay. So you're walking past the vanity mirror, and you stop and you do a double take and you walk back in front of it, and you realize, holy shit, I don't have a reflection.
Okay. Perfect.
Yep.
Then I will kind of notate that and then sort of step appropriately behind Nora with the space, not like sneaking up on her, and just be like, Raphael is done with me.
Good. He is a good teacher. I presume you will be a good student.
I've always excelled at studies. I have no plans on changing that now.
What do you think of what he told you?
I think it's a worthy cause.
Freedom is indeed a worthy cause.
One's own survival.
That as well.
I'm obviously new to this. I don't know a whole lot. Won't claim to be an expert or even a true believer at this stage. Wouldn't want to besmirch that idea. But I hope to learn more and see where this goes.
Well, I can certainly teach you how to control that gnawing animal that is a weapon inside of you.
How so?
When you ever have the displeasure of visiting a Camarilla Elysium and listening to what those mewling slaves squawk on about, they believe that we've inherited these gifts and these powers, only to hide and pretend to be what we are no longer. They don't want to accept what they are. They want to pretend that they're human because they think that's the best way to survive. But the other problem is that as Cainites, we struggle to control the immense power of his dark gift. That which makes us hunger but also empowers us. And I know you've felt it, because every shovelhead who's lasted longer than an hour has felt it.
The hunger? Or the power?
Power too. It's all part of one package.
I felt it.
There are ways to control this. Ways to do so that don't force you to adopt the false morality of the Ivory Tower.
I've never been shy about being who I am. I don't plan on doing that now either.
Good.
Except when it might be beneficial to me.
I knew I picked you for a reason. I invite you to further indulge in your nature as a Cainite. Understand what it means and what it will cost you. And when you fully understand, come back to me and I'll teach you how to control it.
Indulge.
Of course, don't be stupid about it.
It's a slight smirk. I don't do things without thinking them through. I'm a pretty good judge of action. Although I do have some new insight that I need. Stuff that I don't have the... that was the word. Precedent for.
What would you like to know?
Two things. You said that these Camarilla fake who they are in order to survive. I have a lot of connections, power, even in my lowered state in my life, that I think would be beneficial, at least in these early stages for me. Everyone else wanting to fake their own death. I feel I'm more valuable faking my life.
At some point, you will discover the challenges of doing that are more than you think they are right now. But if that is the path you wish to take, I will not advise you not to.
Okay. Thank you for your wisdom. Second question. I'm sure you have protocols for dealing with loose ends when you go about your initiation.
What do you mean?
The people who you take, you refer to us as shovelheads, I believe?
Until you pass your creation, right? Yes.
There are people who will be looking for some of us.
Yes, and I expect you to solve this problem.
Oh, so this is part of the initiation?
Yes. If you're asking for help, that's something else entirely.
Are you willing to help?
For a price.
I see. What's the price of your help?
Depends on what you want me to do.
You know what? Thank you.
Alright then.
I'm sure I'll be seeing a lot more of you in the next few days.
I am positive.
I'll turn, start to walk out, stop, turn.
Oh, one more thing.
Yes.
The car in the front lawn.
Yes.
She'll throw you a set of car keys.
Praise Cain. And I'll leave.
Okay. Okay, yeah, it's a really nice car.
Okay.
Not like eye-catchingly nice, but definitely something that gets valet parked.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, I'll stroll out, go to the car. I'll kind of get that, when you sit in a new car for the first time, you kind of just get the feel, like you have to, the seat's way far back. And I'll just move the seat up and get the recline just right.
Yep,
What-
look at the glove box. Oh, hey, there's the pink slip.
Yep, glove box, center console, anything good?
Just the pink slip.
Okay.
And an insurance form that is no insurance company you've ever heard of, but looks legit.
Okay. I put it in reverse to back out.
Mm-hmm.
Stop. Put it in park.
Mm-hmm.
Hold. I've had, and I remember too many cases that I've dealt with. I will open the car door and I will look in the trunk.
Okay. Just a basic roadside kit. There's a spare tire, there's the jack, and then there's also like almost an emergency kit. So like there's like a solar radio, and like some water, and pretty much everything that they tell you to have in case you're on a long car ride and your car breaks down.
Okay.
The thing that is probably most important to you are the 2 traffic flares.
Interesting. Okay. So no dead bodies, no stuck, nothing illegal that's going to get me in super trouble. Does it have one of those compartments with like a extra tire, where an extra tire would go? I'm just going to lift that up really quick.
Spare tire.
Feel around the edges. I want to go through this trunk. I'm looking for what's in this thing.
Go ahead and give me perception alertness, please.
Perception.
Or investigation.
I was gonna say, okay, I'm hoping, yes, that's much better for me.
Steve's gonna find the previous spiritual leader somewhere.
As a matter of fact, I so want to check this car out. I am determined. Honestly, this
The
is.
seat is dusty.
The audience would like to know who hurt you, Nora.
Nora was a judge for a very long time. So no one had to hurt Nora. Nora had to see all the other people getting hurt. And if I can, I'll use a willpower to search this.
Okay.
Why is this funny, Tyler?
I'm picturing all of us
Amusing.
standing around you going, now we learn about Nora.
Zero successes rolled, so it'd be the one success from the willpower.
Okay. You find one of the tracking devices.
There. I'll just kind of look at it and just sort of... Okay. And I will leave it there.
Okay.
I will get in the car. I'll find a good radio station. Actually, I find whatever, like, AM news thing is playing, and I get caught up on whatever the news I've missed over the last, 3 or 4 days probably since we got
Yeah.
shovel-headed.
This is NPR.
And I listen to NPR on my drive home. I'll take an extra loop around the block, too, just to finish
Okay.
whatever segment they're doing. And, yeah,
Yeah.
just catching up.
Nothing really surprising. Like, you feel like maybe something should have shown up in the news about the train, but there's nothing.
Okay. I go back home.
Okay. So you pull in around the same time that you see another really nice car pull into the parking lot. And so Istvan gets out. You see him get a satchel out of his trunk and then hefts an aquarium.
Or it's fun.
I just look at him and I'm just like, the blood's that good?
You get a fish, I get fish.
All right. After you, or let me get the door for you. We wouldn't want you to drop the fish.
Oh, thank you. And you see the fish is just swimming in really angry circles.
Swimming angrily.
I open the door for him.
All right, and so Sam and Billy are off doing their own thing, but Drew, Justinian, Dimitri, you're still here, right?
Yes.
Actually, it would be really amusing if that's when Sam and Billy showed up, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
So, Billy, what's it feel like to be a passenger getting a drive home from Sam's place in his Bugatti Veyron?
Laying low. I'm undercover, guys.
Called hiding in plain sight,
Very
Justinian.
Fast.
It's just a base model, so it's only a $1.5 million car.
Oh, 1.5.
Well, Veyron, if we're talking 2021, you could probably get one for $800K.
Used, not new.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
Does Billy know how to drive?
No, Billy does not drive.
Okay.
Yeah.
In that case, you just get to ride.
So, I actually wanted to get the whereabouts of my sire so I can broaden my horizons with my abilities and stuff like that.
I don't know.
Okay.
Should take the information out of my head, I forget.
Okay. Thank you. And I just want you to know you've been doing a really good job lately, by the way. I could see why you've been.
You've done a good 2 hours worth of work.
Yeah. Like, I know getting that fish was a little bit. I get it. Okay. You're doing a really good job. I could see why you spend 43 years worth of serving my sire.
It has perks. Fish, where do I put?
Okay.
Just probably puts it like right on the bar.
Yep. I'm sure Billy will take it wherever wherever they need to go.
Yes. So, the watches hands the
I'll
statue
take those.
over to Justinian. It is everything you remember being in the safe.
Okay.
And, I have message.
Okay, what is it?
He reaches into one of his cargo pants pockets, pulls out a Ziploc baggie full of SIM cards, hands it to you. I say, that is gratuity, but your sire's pack, and he says, looking to Dimitri, want to talk to you? Want to talk to all of you?
Why me? Well,
They need you. They want to say hi. They want to know how you're doing.
oh, this is that kind of job? Okay, fine. Sure.
And you said you wanted to talk to all of us or just Dimitri?
I mean, it is Sabbath. They would not be surprised if Dimitri brings his pack to a meeting.
Oh, it's up to you, Dimitri.
Well, you all don't have to go. I mean, this is my thing, I guess. We all have a sire. Is that what you said? It's like manager.
Don't.
I'm back, right?
Yes, you are back.
Okay.
You all arrived at the same time.
Okay. So
Fish!
so I've learned that if it's one of our things, it's all of our things at this point, Dimitri.
Oh, okay, sure.
We are a pack. We are connected. That connection will grow even stronger.
Yeah, and so when Nora stepped out of the door and I sort of narrated that something's missing in the back of her head, you all sort of felt that until the whole pack is back together.
Yeah. We all felt it, yeah, not just her.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, sure. I guess I would like to know who is my manager in all this. I thought there was the lady, freaky lady back at the cathedral, but okay, if there's somebody else.
Oh, no. Freaky lady, yes, freaky, also very powerful. She is the one running this whole war. So, she tell you to do something, you probably want to do it.
Duh.
But, no, the people who made you want to say hi.
Okay, that's a weird thing to do, but okay.
They are
It's a ledge.
pack.
I'll be honest, I just want to sit here and listen to Ivanov have a conversation.
I'm sorry?
Said I'll be honest, I just want to sit here and listen to Ivanov and Dimitri have a conversation for 20 minutes.
Be honest, same here.
Okay, well, you want to go with me? You wanted to show me the way. You have car, yeah?
Of course, I have a car.
Okay, great.
Sam has a car. Fast.
We'll go too. We go fast again, Billy.
Yes.
Which is not all of you will fit into Istvan's car. A couple people want to do it the trunk way.
My car only has 2 seats.
Then Nora's car would actually have a body in the trunk.
Yep.
We could play dead if Nora gets pulled over.
And it would be a dead, yeah.
Oh.
So before they leave, Billy will go check on Fish. And he's very angry, Fish. And so Billy will notice that Fish is angry. And just put their hand on the tank. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. But if anyone actually pays attention to the tank, it is as close of a replica as you can get to a betta fish's natural habitat. Like, there are live plants, and then what Billy couldn't get live are plastic replicas.
I assume
Billy is good with pets. Gotta get Billy a human pet.
Filter back in and. I assume you like to plug the water filter back in, shake a few flakes of fish food.
Oh yes, Billy will make sure that Fish is all set, and content as possible with, the angry swimming.
Okay.
He's probably flared out and like darting back and forth a bit, and it's okay. Everything's gonna be okay. Bye, fish.
Dimitri notices that Nora pulled up in a new car, and he's like, "Oh shit, big pimping now, huh? Very nice." He's like, "I'll ride with the Istvan though, if that's okay. I can offer you candy. You like candy?" And he shows him he just kind of shows him the bags of pills and stuff like that he found underneath the stage. Like, "Hey, you want some? Don't you want this?"
I respond to Dimitri. Don't ever say that to me again, please.
Oh no, I wouldn't do that to the judge. That's for Istvan because he drove up in a car.
No, I'm referring to the big pimpin' about my car.
Okay.
Okay, so you make your way out to, I'm gonna call it the LA River. What it is a big concrete ditch with 6 inches of water.
That's the thing in Terminator 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Cool.
Along the way, I will mention to Billy, you know that thing they did to Ivanov? I wonder if you could do that to Fish. And then Fish could live forever too.
Oh no.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know how this works.
Fish live forever.
Beta fish, they already do practically.
So, you are driven out to the meeting spot where you see 5 other vampires. Just like some of them are smoking. They all look very different. So, Dimitri, you've got like vague memories of some of these. Billy, you recognize the woman as the one who caught you and said, "No, this one's mine," on the night that everything changed. But other than that, nobody recognizes anyone else in this group.
Hi.
I think I remember that name. Was it Astra? I forget her name.
Astrid.
Astrid. Yeah, there you go.
And so they are all dressed very differently. Like there's one guy in a 3-piece suit and a very expensive haircut. And like other people look like they dressed like they shop at the dumpster.
He doesn't try to make eye contact or anything. He's just kind of very shady. Like, "Oh yes, hello."
Okay. Hey, Dimitri's here.
Oh, me? Hey, yeah. He kind of looks around like, I guess that's me.
And so they all start crowding around you, like each one shaking your hand. And the guy in the 3-piece suit is asking, "How do you feel?"
Different, I have to say.
Okay, have you been able to do anything? Like, what have you manifested anything cool?
Sorry, you're talking very different language than what I know. I'm new to all of this.
He did a cool thing in a fight.
And so one of the other ones like, "Yo, yeah, what do you do? What do you do?"
I described the kineticist thing.
And there's some whispered conferring between them. Like, "Oh, wow, that's interesting. You're manifesting disciplines, dude."
What does that mean? I don't understand.
All right, so the things that all of us can do is Cain's childer. They're called disciplines. Other people call them powers of the blood. Whatever, doesn't matter. Anyway, there's only a set number of them. But see, you're really, really cool because you don't have a sire. That means you're not connected to any of those goddamn antediluvians. And we thought it would work. So we did this thing, which was called Embraced by the Cup. So pretty much we all did a vault. You know what the Vaulderie is? Right, they would have done you a Vaulderie already. So we did a Vaulderie, and then instead of doing the Vaulderie for ourselves, we used that to make you into a vampire. And it worked. It usually doesn't work. And now you're manifesting really cool disciplines.
Oh, yes, that's great. What does that mean for us, though?
It means that we're one step closer on the war. And so, anyway, Hank, he wants to say something.
Wait, hold on. That means that you can create... Sorry, not children.
Childer?
Child... You can create childers not connected to one of the 13?
I mean, like usually they just die. But, like, Dimitri didn't die. That's cool.
Which means the whole thing about them coming back and destroying all of their childer wouldn't apply.
Exactly. That's why we're here. So, anyway, we're called Joe.
Work around.
After Joe Pander, who, like, he's the leader of the Pander. Pander is what we call the clanless. And so, anyway, Nathaniel here used to be Ventru. He's not anymore. And we would like to extend that offer to all of you. Well, I mean, except you, Dimitri. You're already cool.
I am cool, guys. Hey.
They are treating you like a fucking rock star, Dimitri.
I'm like, cool. Yeah, I'll go with the flow.
So just to make sure I'm this is kind of a big deal, right? Like...
Oh, yeah, totally. Like,
okay.
we will cut you off from your antediluvian forever.
Are there any downsides?
No.
Are you telling me the truth?
Absolutely. And I will let you make a perception empathy.
All of us?
Yeah, anyone who wants to turn on their bullshit detector.
Yeah.
As someone who just came from that meeting with
100%.
Layla,
I'm gonna spend a willpower.
Okay.
Perception plus what?
Empathy.
Okay, got a dot in empathy. Okay, yeah, so that would be 3 successes.
2 for me.
Okay.
So, give me a minute. Difficulty 6.
Nora got 4.
Okay.
And it's difficulty 6.
Yeah, if I don't give it difficulty, assume it's 6.
Okay, gotcha. So automatic.
4 successes.
Okay. You are all some perceptive motherfuckers. This guy has totally bought his own bullshit. He is absolutely convinced there are no downsides.
You lie.
Oh, jeez. By the way, I got 6
What?
successes on that.
Yeah.
Damn.
Like, they are being completely honest in that they believe that this ritual will have no downsides.
I think you might be mistaken, my friends. I mean, thank you for the kudos, but I don't think it works like that.
Oh, no.
These
You're
guys can
already
back me up, I
fine.
think.
You're already fine. You're Pander. You're embraced by the cup. You're perfectly safe. Your child will be safe. You're cool. No, it's just like, like this isn't compulsory or anything, like in part because like it's really fucking painful, but we just wanted to make the offer.
There's the downside.
Like,
We'll have some very pissed off sires, I can tell you that for sure.
Cut you off from your antediluvian. You will have no clan identity, like, at all, ever.
Will that remove certain abilities we have?
Mostly you get to keep those.
Mostly.
I mean, like, it's magic, it's weird, sometimes it does weird things.
Let's settle the dark side. Okay, I think I get it.
Billy?
Yes.
He's not lying. He's delusional.
No, oh my god, why do people think we're delusional? No, we are totally not delusional.
I don't want to die.
I'll need to
Again.
do some more research before I can sign on
Oh,
to
no,
this.
no. Like, it won't kill you. Like, it hardly ever kills anybody.
Hardly.
It's like they were pretty weak to begin with. You're all pretty strong. You should be fine. Like, you'll get your reflection back. You'll stop looking like a corpse.
I'm almost tempted to agree to it just to see what'll happen, but at the
Drew.
same time, I'm not feeling self-destructive right now, so...
and I kind of say this to everybody, but it's specifically at Drew. And Drew, you would lose, I assume, your manservant that you got this evening.
Oh, 100%. I was not even thinking about doing this.
And so just kind of like giving it to everybody, like by saying that, I'm hoping that the idea that like you're like, we get things, we have protection, we have groups that are helping us. We might not want to start eliminating those. I look at my watch, 72 hours into this.
Great. Okay, look, let me just give you one counter pitch.
Billy first.
And then your Astrid just sort of shoves him to the side. Yes?
Hey, Vampire Mom.
I need to learn how to do that, don't I? Can you hear me now?
Oh, yes.
Okay, good. What's your name?
Billy.
Hello, Billy. I'm Astrid. Do you hear the song yet?
Music playing?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Good, good. And what were you saying?
Oh, just, see you. Yeah. Hi.
Hello.
You are them?
Yes. You might as well call me Pander. Sometimes when a clanless gets to a certain degree of power, they're able to manifest in certain ways. We also trace our lineage to someone who was embraced like your friend here, from the cup.
So... Bartok and I are the same?
What was that?
Bartok and I are the same?
I don't know Bartok.
Same vampire? Oh, Dimitri.
Oh,
I'd give her a ha and a hi-ya, and I'd kick her, sir.
you have inherited more from me. Yes, I meant that. Shut up.
Who?
So some of her packmates, when she's saying, you've inherited more from me, they're like, no, no, and she's like, shut up. You get the idea this is an argument they keep having.
Out of character, I thought you were yelling at Bob.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
No, I
same here.
So essentially Billy's trying to feel out, are they also like Dimitri, and are they technically also Pander, or...
Yeah, so what you're getting from her is that, like, sometimes panders can found their own bloodlines, and that's what is going on here.
So what are the new bloods? Duh?
I'm sorry?
Dimitri's just trying to ferret out, like, what exactly does this all mean? Because they mention a lot of stuff that he technically doesn't know about, like the whole Gehenna thing and the antediluvians.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's... So he's just like, so we're starting a clan? Is that what we're doing? This is the new bloods?
Oh, yeah, so that is what Joseph Pander is doing, and that's why we call ourselves Panders, and that's why our pack in particular is called Joe's Kids, because we're making Pander, because we're all free from the antediluvians. Which, has anyone ever, like, they've explained to you this, right?
Yes.
Sorry, no.
Alright, so they launch into an explanation of everything that Nora was told.
Yeah.
They are a lot more apocalyptic about it. And, so Layla's way of coping seems to be like, all right, well, let's build an army. Their way of coping will be like, okay, well, let's just cut ourselves off from the antediluvians, and we have this ritual which sounds painful but appears to work most of the time, and it will remove all clan identity. So your clan flaw will go away. You would probably keep your disciplines, although, as newly embraced as all of you are, maybe you would manifest a new one.
I might take this ritual. At the same time, would that mean I don't get a third eye?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck that. I like the third eye.
Third eye? That sounds... Okay.
Manifesting a new discipline would be fucking dope. But...
We have a Laren.
Yeah, that's true.
Although who knows, maybe you'd lose Valerian, get something else.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I'd want to do that.
But there's always a catch, yeah? Like, what is it that Joe wants us to do for him?
Oh, no, he wants the whole Sabbat to become Pander. Like, if we are disconnected from the antediluvian, then none of us are going to get eaten when they wake up.
I feel like they would eat us anyways.
It'll be a lot harder. So one of them already woke up in India in 1999, and like the whole clan just went nuts. Like it was bad. They were eating each other, diablerie all the way down. Anyway, they still haven't recovered.
What clan is that, may I ask?
Oh, they're called Ravnos. You probably won't see like any of them.
Okay.
Why? Why do they eat each other?
They're ancient blood gods gone mad with power. I mean, like, who knows why the antediluvians do what they do? They've turned from the grace of Cain. Now they're all monsters.
You're just like, so you guys are like Christians, but kind of, I am confused, but that's okay.
Yeah, I mean, look, you don't have to take our word for it. Just ask around, ask about the Weekend Nightmares, and just think about it. Cause like, it's fine that you're saying no. That's cool. We're used to hearing that a lot. Just, if you ever change your mind, we're here. We're especially here for you, Dimitri. Like, seriously, you need, cause we got a couple ins with the sheriff's department. So, like, you ever need a favor, cause like they get a shit ton of military tech, and normally like we don't deal with that because like military, no, that's bad news. Do not deal with any federal institution. But when it gets filtered through the sheriff department, we get some. It's cool. Flak jackets, stun guns, grenades. Probably can't get you a tank, but like cool weapons, stuff like that. Whatever you need, man.
Okay, well, thank you. That is very, very kind of all of you, and Big Joe. I'll see you around, cowboy. Yeah. Yeah, and
when you feel ready to embrace again, like when you're ready to like create a child, at least come find us. We'll help you find a good candidate.
Sure, we do it as a group, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you. It was good meeting all of you, I think. All right, good chat. Kind of like gathers the rest of them. Like, okay, I think we can go now. We are now part of the special cool kids club.
Sam slaps you on the back and says, "You're a hobo rock star."
Drew's like, congratulations.
Not a group.
Okay, so I assume you make your way back to the Haven.
I do.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Dawn, at this point, is about an hour away.
Oh, sorry. No, go ahead.
I actually wanted to, I guess, do some experiments / but experiment slash preparing, and I'd like to do more of the stuffing ghosts in a bottle, and maybe doing like 2 or 3 of them, experimenting with it a little bit, and see if I can get like bigger explosions, stuff like that. What I can really do.
So, the same restrictions apply. You will need to find a ghost where you know its name and you have something that it handled in life.
Okay.
You can, if you want, make the ghost.
I can make the ghost.
Yeah, if you want to kill someone.
True, good point. Yeah, you're right. Okay.
I will require a humanity check for that, though.
No, I think the next night I'm gonna go. That's gonna be my thing. I'm gonna go to a graveyard and see what I can find there. Go shopping for ghosts, you know?
Okay, so noted.
I'm going to crash at my pad this day.
Okay. Anyone else?
I was hoping to actually talk to Sam before we go to sleep.
Yeah, that's fine. My pad isn't that far from the haven.
So this would be separate from everybody else. So, you had a certain occupation beforehand. You seem to have a particular usefulness. Also, your insight is going to be valuable right now.
Yes.
So, I was informed that all of the loose ends that come from our initiation is our responsibility to take care of, and many of us are starting to work towards our death certificates being signed. I am concerned. I have 2 major concerns right now.
Drew's wife?
Drew's wife, Justinian's handler. The U.S. Marshal will get more information on that. We'll handle it as needed.
Out of character? Sorry, Jared. In character. You want me to handle the wife?
You think that's the right move?
Do you have the connections to destroy her the other way? To make it so that she doesn't have the contacts to hunt him down? He'll be angry if he finds out we did it because he has children.
With my knowledges and skills, would I, just mechanically speaking, have the ability to take away his wife's ability to really come after us in any way?
Yeah, like, you totally know which judges can be persuaded to issue a warrant under suspicion of drug trafficking. Bye-bye career.
Okay, perfect. Okay.
Then you handle the wife.
Okay.
And I will make sure that it looks like the mob put a hit on the handler. They'll buy that if I make it look right.
Okay. There's 2 concerns down. Have a good morning.
Yes. Die well.
And praise Cain.
Yes, praise Cain.
We have to get used to saying. Well, I just look at him. We'll have to get used to saying that. It seems.
It's important to fit in, I think. It's safer.
Agreed.
And once this is over, I'm going to just talk to Billy before heading in for the night.
I think we're done.
Yeah, you're good.
Billy, I have something for you. You see, I'm like you a bit. And I find that watching this helps me relax. Listening to it move. There's a certain precision in it, certain order to things that is satisfying. and I will hand Billy a mechanical watch. Nothing conspicuously expensive, but a pretty nice one. And yeah, just keep it close.
Thank you. It's beautiful.
Take a look on the back.
Oh,
You'll see
Billy
that
will
it's
flip
got
it
a
over.
yeah, it's got a glass case back. Well, sapphire crystal, but you know. And so you can see all the little movement and machinery just working in tandem.
What's your humanity, Justinian?
8.
Okay. I'd let you buy it up if you wanted to. I don't recommend it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
Okay. Anyone else?
Oh, before they go in, Billy will put it up to their good ear and just listen.
You can hear it
and
8
as you
times a
listen,
second.
You start to hear a resonance. You know, it's not just ticking, it's chimes. Okay. And so with that, I think we will call it tonight. Thank you all for playing. This was fun. Having you confront the truth surrounding your existences. So, we will see you again next week. If we just want to do a quick round of goodbyes and who we are and what we're up to, and when we can next see your beautiful faces on the interwebs.
Yeah, hi, I'm Eric. I play Dimitri, and you can find me at Mormon Lewis on Twitter. You'll find me tomorrow night for Dune.
Oh god, that's me. Hey everybody, I'm Ever, and I have been playing Billy this evening. You can find me on the internet as Changeling Ever, and you can find my Etsy store as Neat & Co. Designs. Nothing new up there yet, but I've got that new printer, so as soon as I get myself going, new stickers.
Hello, I'm Harry, aka Slippery Cat, on Twitter and YouTube. I posted a new little short film that I did for a final project for a class. It's okay. It's worth a watch, in my opinion. You should check it out. It's called The Creature from the Bathroom Sink. Beyond that, listen to the Saratoga by Night podcast. I keep saying it's coming out soon, and I've been saying that for like a year now. Well, more like 6 months. But I am like nearly done writing season 4, so soon. Beyond that, you can find me on Wednesday's game of Fallout, where I play what's his face, whose name is escaping. I play Jerry, who is currently in an arms race with Cherry. Over who has the best gun, and yeah, and it's a lot of fun. So yeah, I'm also in an Onyx Path game with Rachel that is incredible. It's been going on for a while now, but it's worth tuning in, even if you're not, like, caught up, because, again, it's just an incredible story, and it's a lot of fun.
What's the name of that game?
Oh, yeah, that game is Last Fairy Tale. I can't believe I forgot to say that. That's important. Words are hard. It's late.
Hello, my name is Jared. Whew. This one is gonna like that. Okay, that was intense. But anyways, next time you can see me, I'm the Sunday guy, so you'll see me playing Unknown Armies. Usually Sunday evening, and then you also see me on this game. Plus, you can find me pretty much everywhere at Real Life Jared. So, yeah, there you go.
Hello, everybody. I am Steve. You can find me on the internet at Voodoo Arcade. Tonight I played Nora, the disgraced judge, who is now finding herself stuck between true belief in Cain and just trying to fit in and get the power. You can find me next, not tomorrow, but Tuesday on Onyx Path, playing Exalted Essence. And then Wednesday on Fallout, playing Salvatore Bonesaw.
Salvatore's the best. Like, so good.
I am Eldritch Echoes Online. You can find me all over the place for Tales. This week I'll call your attention to Tuesday at 5 p.m. when we launch our going to take 2 years in real life Chronicle of Darkness. It's going to span 7 of the game lines, so catch it from the beginning.
Alright, thank you all so much. I've been your storyteller. My name is Stolen Fires. You can find me everywhere along those lines, including Instagram, Twitter, and Ko-Fi. If you enjoyed this story and you feel like throwing a coin to your freelancer, that is always appreciated. And so, along with the wider, what has already been mentioned, I will be here Monday for Dune, Thursday over at Onyx Path for the last fairy tale. We are starting the Accordance War. And along with this show, Vorpal Tales offers a whole lot of other shows, depending on whether you want horror, adventure, or both. So, come check out Contagion Chronicle, or Ravenloft, both airing on Fridays. And then, as Tyler said, we're doing a huge Chronicles of Darkness world-spanning crossover event. That's going to start on Tuesday. We're going to start with Mage. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. And of course, if adventure is more your jam, there's going to be Fallout on Wednesday, and I believe this Monday is the season finale for Dune. Is that correct? Okay, so come check that out. It's going to be good. It's going to be fun. And then look us up in your podcatcher. We produce a podcast that also covers pretty much every role-playing topic you can think about. And so now it is time for, as Tyler says, our Ride or Die viewers. It's time for votes. Audience votes and cast votes are both worth willpower. Then I believe we've also got a vote that's worth XP. Cast votes are worth XP. So audience votes, cast votes, go. And then even when the voting is done, stick around because we will be doing a raid.
That's a hard one.
Isn't it?
Come back to me in a second. I'll need a second.
Are we allowed to do that? Can that be done? Is that a thing?
I was gonna say, you're just dumping it at ever who's gonna pass.
Nah, I'll be.
For me, if you pass, like I consider that a vote for me.
I mean, you roleplayed so hardcore this evening. You had so many different characters, so I mean that's valid. But I also don't want God to smite me, so I'm gonna vote for a fellow player.
If I could vote for the GM tonight, I would vote for the GM.
I was gonna give it to Tyler, but Harry kind of usurped you. I'm so sorry. That touching moment at the end was just precious. Like, it's fantastic. Loved it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to give my vote to Ever because I don't know what it is about your characters, Ever, but they always seem to like hit me in a way that I didn't expect. Like they find a little weak point in my armor.
No.
And I'm just like, oh no, I relate. And then, yeah, your characters are always fantastic, and it's just, yeah.
Just random tidbit, and this is for both audience and players and DM. If you see Billy swaying side to side, that's a happy sway. I do that in real life. And if you see me swaying front to back, that's Billy upset, and that I do that in real life. So
I do a shoulder wiggle when I'm happy.
So, yeah. So I know I voted for him last week, but I gotta vote for him again. Steve, you are like killing the Lasombra clan with the whole boot on the neck, everything. I loved it. Gonna be honest with you.
You're vicious. You are vicious.
You are.
Me?
I love it. Yes.
amazing. It's so fun to watch.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, jeez, thank you. I am gonna give mine. I was going to give mine to Jared because we're about to do bad things to his family. I feel. So a preemptive vote, but we'll wait till we actually do something terrible. I'm gonna give mine tonight to Eric for being, quote unquote, hobo rockstar. Your interaction with the pander, right?
Pander clan.
Yeah, I'm learning these terms, so bear with me. Yeah, your interaction with them was amazing. So, take my vote.
That leaves Tyler, I think.
Oh yeah, that leaves me. Eric gets it.
Thank you. I didn't know who to give it to. I think I'll give it to. I kind of want to split it between Nora and Hassam because I love the plotting that they're doing together. Like, oh yeah, we're gonna totally ruin this person and do this. Like that was really cool. Since Steve got some, I'll give some love to Tyler. And just say, he gets the vote for the evening.
Okay. Just checking. Everyone got to vote, yes?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for your votes. Thank you, audience, for your votes. We will see you next week. And stick around for the raid.
Yeah.